Hi, hello. This is Ronaldo Hernandez, and today I want to talk about um, being afraid to gain weight or being afraid to eat. So I'm gonna just say like a little like backstory, but I used to be like kind of obese when I was younger, and for majority of my life I was pretty overweight and fat, and that kind of took a toll on me, emotionally, physically, very physically. You'd be surprised what obesity could do to you. Um, and you could say spiritually as well. But anyway, since I lost most of the weight, you could say. Thing is though, I guess I lost the weight kind of incorrectly, or maybe I took it too extreme. But actually no, I did take it too extreme if I'm thinking about it now. But anyway, I got left with like a lot of loose skin, and Um, I tried like dry fasting to get rid of it, but even if I dry fast for like you know pretty long, like the longest I did was like 3 days. Like I'm talking about no food, no water. I even tried to do like hard dry fast where you make no water contact, and I mean I got very skinny. Like I felt like true hunger for the first time in my life, like hunger to the point where like you you just want to fucking eat. Like, you feel like you're gonna die. I feel like I was actually starving of hunger when I was in that third day. But anyway, um, I noticed that uh, when I got to that day, and I was like at 147. Normally I'm like 155, 160 at the time before then. But, but anyway, I got to like 147, 148. That's the lowest I've ever been in my life, and I still had that, kind of like fat around me. And then I'm like, bro, like no matter what I do, it's just not gonna go away. So then I realized, I gotta take this another approach. It's not losing fat is not gonna get rid of it in that way because like your skin is like elastic. It's has a large like surface area, you could say. And me, I was very overweight. I was like about 200 pounds, and when I dropped down to like 150 or so. To be honest, I don't think I ever gained muscle at all during that period of time. Like even when I stopped dieting down, like and I would maintain my weight or try to do a bulk or something, I never actually gained muscle. But that's also because of a number of other reasons why, like a messed up metabolism, bad posture, high inflammations in my body, bad digestive system. So there's a number of reasons why I didn't build the muscle. But anyway, though, since I technically never built muscle throughout this whole time, um, that loose skin was just always there. And the only way to really get rid of loose skin, from what I've kind of looked at, is you have to build like you have to build muscle. And I forgot how to explain this, but when you build the muscle, you kind of get more dense. You get thicker. You become bigger, and the loose skin is going to be able to kind of like match with that. It's going to be able to like thin out because not only this muscle very like fat burning, but you just it just like matches it. I don't know how to explain that better. That's how I realized that the only way to lose the loose skin is to gain muscle. I had to build muscle to get rid of it. And me, I have a fear of like of eating too much, man. There was a time where actually when I was trying to do the bulk, I had like a couple bulking phases or whatever. It didn't really work out. Like I would just get fat, like fat again. I'm like, well, what the fuck? I did get strong. I actually noticed I got stronger, but I wasn't, not looking back at it, I didn't get strong correctly. Cause I was lifting more weight, but I didn't become functionally stronger, if that makes any sense. Like my muscles weren't actually working. It was just like my body was just like doing whatever it took to move a certain weight, and parts of my body had to compensate for to move the weight. So, but my muscles weren't actually moving it. That makes any that seems like kind of that makes any sense. Like I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I feel like that's true. Cause there was a time where I was benching like 185, not for rest, but at least like one rep, and I was like squatting like at least 2 plates and like deadlifting like a little bit over 2 plates, but I still look the same, you know. I look like pretty much the same, man. That's when I realized I had to take things, I had to look into other things, and that's where this whole journey of like recoveries began, because I noticed that my body was all fucked up. Like not only was the posture wrong, but my metabolism was fucked up from all like the under eating I was doing. I wasn't eating enough at all, even though I was training like crazy. I was training like crazy. There's times where I was training 2 times a day, or when I would train for like a good few hours, 2 or 3 hours, and dude, I was doing like cardio as well. Not because I was like wanted to just like break down my body so much, but it's more because I actually do like training. I like doing all that stuff. I like running around. I like lifting weights. I like working out. I love it. And but we do all that working out. Other things in your life have to be good too, like sleep. You know, um, nutrition, stress. I mean, those all need to be like on point, and for you to actually kind of like recover well and like build muscle and get the benefits from all that training. If you're not getting the benefits of all that training, then you just really just breaking yourself down for no reason. You're not getting really nothing out of it except for like maybe like mental toughness, which is probably the only thing I got out of doing all that training and like working out and stuff, and dieting down too, 'cause that shit takes a lot of mental strength. But anyway, fast forward to now, I'm overcoming the fear of like gaining weight to gain muscle, even if it's just like a small proportion of muscle, but it needs to be done. It really does. And the beauty about this fasting lifestyle too is that you really could just like fast and you burn off the fucking fat. So that's actually a good thing about this lifestyle. It's like even if I feel like I'm gaining too much weight, I could really just like do a couple fasts for a couple. I could fast for a couple days, and I'll be good. And the next thing you know, I already lost all the fucking fat, or the weight or whatever. You know. Sometimes though you gotta take into account that it might be bloating, and if you do bloat, that's probably because the foods you're eating, your body's not able to digest it right. It's not able to digest it right, and bad things can happen if you bloat a lot. Your body's not even like digesting all the other foods that you're eating, so that could kind of stop that process. So I'm not sure gonna say that for another video, but yeah. Um. Anyway, uh, you know, part of this recovery journey is actually overcoming that fear of gaining weight. Cause I mean, shit, man, I don't want to get fat. I don't think nobody wants to get fat. I don't even think people like being fat. There might be a few who are like content with being fat, but I'm pretty sure deep down inside they don't like being fat. I know I didn't. So I did what I had to do it, to lose it. And sadly, I'm still kind of dealing with the consequences of what I did to get to get rid of the problem, even though it just created a vast majority of more problems. But I feel like that happened for a reason. I wouldn't have found out and gone through all this like research, figuring out what's wrong with me, and the journey where I'm at now to get to where I'm at now. So yeah, I think it all happened for a reason, and just want to say, you gotta feed your body. If you're hungry, if you're actually hungry, you probably are hungry, unless like you're like fat or I don't mean to be mean, but yeah, shit, fat people. I mean, I don't think they even. I don't think they're really hungry. It's just because you have a scheduled time eating window. When you eat at certain times, yeah, you could. Your body could give you the response that you're hungry because it has a habit of eating at those times. So if you like skip a meal, let's say you skip a meal at like 9 a.m., which is the time you always eat, and the next day you end up skipping that meal at 9 a.m., your body's gonna signal that hormone ghrelin to tell you that, oh man, I'm hungry, it's time to eat. But you're not really hungry though, cause it's just a habit that you have to eat at that time. Because if you give it some more time, you give it like a few hours or so, the hunger sign will go away. So first of all, you gotta like differentiate if you're really hungry or not. But once you know that you're eating enough food, or you think you're eating enough food, but at the end of the day, and then the following day, you still kind of have that hunger feeling, like, man, like, why am I just hungry? Like, I eat enough. You probably gotta eat more. That's something I'm figuring out now. Like before, I was like, maintaining my calories at like 2,800, 2,500, but I was so always hungry. I don't know why. And then I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna eat a little more. I added a few more hundred, and I felt satiated. A couple of weeks went by. I started feeling hungry again. Like hungry at that, and I was eating like more food. But I guess your body just it adjusts. Your body's it's very adaptive. We're adaptable, beings. So, you know, at the end of the day, just feed your body what it needs. Especially, and also feed the body that it could, actually digest. Because it turns out you are not what you eat. You are what you can eat. Not everybody can process the same foods as the next person. So you gotta figure out what foods you could actually tolerate. And to be honest, you have to eat mostly those foods to fuel you, because those are the only foods that are actually going to give your body the proper nutrients. So that's all I have to say for right now. I'm actually on break from work, so I gotta go back, start walking again to work. But shit, thank you for tuning in, and this is Fast Life.